بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. أبنائي وبناتي طلبة وطالبات الصف العاشر الأساسي، أولياء الأمور المحترمين، السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. سوف أبدأ في هذا اليوم إن شاء الله أولى دروس اللغة الإنجليزية للصف العاشر. So, dear students in grade 10, welcome again this year in new lessons on air. So, let's start our first unit, which will be about new media. As you know, we have 4 units in each semester. So, we'll start semester 1 by looking at new media. So, as you know, in each unit we have 4 sections. So the first section will be reading and understanding. The first section will be grammar and vocabulary. The third will be listening and speaking. And the last one will be the writing. So the first lesson will be reading and understanding. So in this lesson, you will talk about new media, read and understand factual and short text, read and answer questions about new media. So let's start by looking at your class book. You should bring your class book and skills book with you. So let's start the first activity in your class book, page number 1. As you know, we should read the question before we start answering the question. So as you can see here, the question said read and match. So we are going to read the words here on the right side, and we are going to match them to the pictures on the left side. Okay, so first let's read the words on the right side. Okay, number 1, magazine. Number 2, smartphone. Number 3, blog. Number 4, newspaper. Number 5, video game. Number 6, radio. Number 7, website. Number 8, smartwatch. Number 9, video streaming. And number 10, stereo. Number 11, tablet. Number 12, camera. Number 13, TV. Number 14, social media platforms. So I want you to match the words to the pictures. So there are 5 extra words here in this column. So what do you think the first one is? Yes, it's TV. Yes, it's TV. It's known. Yes, number 2, social media platforms. Very good. What's number letter C? Yes, it's a blog. Very good. Number letter D, it's video streaming. Very good. E, what is it? Yes, it's a website. It's a website. Okay, F, a magazine. Very good, magazine. G, stereo. Stereo. Very good. H, video game. Video game. The last one is newspaper. Newspaper. Now, I want you to scan this QR code because you are going to play a game. I want you to check if you have remember this word. So let's start by looking at this game. So okay, let's look at this one. Okay, let's start this game. So we have here 4 pictures, 1 picture, and we have 4 words. What is this picture? Is it a magazine or smartphone, blog, or TV? Yes, it's TV. Very good. Let's look at number 2. Okay, what is it? Is it a TV, social media platforms, radio, or newspaper? Yes, it's easy. Social media platforms. Okay, number 3. What is it? Stereo, blog, camera, or TV? Yes, it's stereo. Number 4. Yes, what is it? Video streaming, websites, newspaper, or smartwatch? It's easy. It's a newspaper. Now, I want you to complete the rest of the game at home, okay? Now, let's return back to our lesson. Now, number 2, listen and think. Listen and think. The question said, listen to the 3 people describing different types of media. Which type of media is each person talking about? So you are going to listen and tell me which type of media he's talking about or she's talking about. Now listen carefully.
Unit 1. Listening 1.1.
1. I think it's more important than television because it can reach everyone. Whether you're rich or poor, whether you live in the city or live in the desert, you can hear about what's happening in the world. Nowadays, you can get ones that run on solar power or that wind up, so you don't need batteries anymore.
2. Many people read these every day. They like to read them in the morning. Traditionally, they were printed, but these days, most of them are also available online.
3. These are online platforms where people can connect with other people. They've made communication much easier. We can scroll through other people's pictures, posts, updates, and comments.
So after finishing the listening, what do you think is number 1? What do you think number 1? Yes, it's a radio. Number 1 is a radio. Number 2, what is it? Number 2. Yes, it's newspaper. And number 3, it's easy. Social media. Okay, now we have finished number 2. Let's look at task number 3. Here the question said read and discuss. Now, number 1, work in pairs, read the text and discuss the questions. So before reading the text, we should read the questions here on the right. Number 1, what does new media mean? So he's asking about the meaning, the definition for a new media. Number 2, what different types of new media are mentioned in the text? So we are going to underline the types of new media mentioned in the text. And number 3, which types of new media do you use? So this is a personal question. You should answer it yourself. So now let's start by looking at number 1. So let's read it together. The term news media describes forms of media that are interactive and allow users to digitally communicate with each other. So this is the definition. Okay, it's a type of media that are interactive and allows users to digitally communicate with each other. Let's complete. News media can be accessed on computers, smartphones, tablets, and it include, now we are going to answer question number 2 about the types, okay? It includes social media, blogs, video games, online news sites. So these are the 4 types of new media. New media has made it easier to share our lives, to communicate with family and friends, and to connect with people all over the world. So now let's look at number 2. Look at the vocabulary in bold. Discuss the meaning of these words. So let's look at the words in bold. Here the first word is new media. What's the meaning of new media? Interactive. Okay. Digitally communicate. Okay. Social media. Blogs. video games, online news sites, and connect. Okay, so we have 9 words. Let's look at the meaning of these words from the dictionary. So the first one, new media, it means types of media that are interactive and allow users to communicate with each other. The next one, interactive, means involving communication between people. Okay. Number 3, communicate, means to share information with others. Number 4, social media, means websites and computer programs that allow people to communicate and share information. Number 5, blog, means a regular record of your thoughts, opinions, and experience that you put on the internet for people to read. Okay. Number 6, video game is a game or type of game which the player play on a screen by pressing buttons on a keyboard or a controller. Okay. Number 7, online news sites. Online news site means a digital version of a newspaper or a website providing news. And the last one, connect, it's a verb, means to make it possible to speak to people all over the world. Okay, so now let's play a game. I want you to scan this QR code because we are going to play it now. I want to demonstrate and explain how to play this game. Okay, finish. Now let's look how to play this game. Okay, it's called new media vocabulary. So now let's play it together. Now we have here 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 words, and here we have 8 definition. So we are going to match the words to the definition. Okay, we are going to match the words to a definition. So for example, a game which the player play on a screen by pressing buttons. What is it? It's easy. What is it? It's a video game. You should, yeah, press it like that. Okay. For example, a regular record on your thoughts, opinions, and experience that you put on the internet. What is it? Do you remember? Yes, it's blog. Very good. Type of media that are interactive and allow users to communicate with each other. What is it? Yes, it's social media. Number 4, websites and computer programs that allow people to communicate and share information. What is it? Let's look at other one. Yes, to make it possible to speak to people all over the world. Yes, to connect. I want you to complete the rest by your own. So let's return back to our lesson again. Now, let's look at page number 2 in your class book. Task number 1, read and discuss. Now, as you can see here in the picture, what can you see? You can see some people are using their mobile phones. Look at the picture and discuss the questions. Number 1, what do you think the teenagers in the picture are doing? What do you think? Maybe they are chatting, they are using some games, they are using WhatsApp, for example. Okay. Now, let's look at number 2. What do you think the word screenager might mean? Yes, screenager. It contains 2 words, screenager. Huh? It means teenager who spend lots of time in front of a screen. Okay, this word belongs blend of two words, screen and teenager. We mix them together and we have this word screen ager. Okay, so now after answering this question, we are going to read a text in number 2. Read the text. I think this is the text. Now read the article and decide which statement is not true. We have now 1, 2, 3, 4 statements. Now we are going to choose the statement which is not true. So it's a false statement. Now let's read the statement before we read. Many teenagers are addicted to their smartphones. Number 2, teenagers spend most of their time in front of screens. Number 3, excessive screen time is negative regardless of content. And number 4, too much screen time can affect teenagers negatively. Now we have 4 statements. I want you to choose one which is not true. Okay. Now let's read it. I will give you 2 minutes to read this text. Okay. Have you finished this one? Okay, let's look to the answer. Which one do you think? Is it 1, 2, 3, or 4? Yes, I think it is number 3. Excessive screen time is negative regardless of content. Okay, it's not true. Okay, now let's look at number 3. Read the article in activity 2 again and answer the questions below. Okay, according to the article, on average, how many hours per day do teenagers spend online? How many hours? Okay, now let's look back to the article. Okay, now I think this is the answer here, 9 hours. Okay, 9 hours. Okay, by scanning, I think it's 9 hours. Yes, it's 9 hours. Okay, number 2, what problems can excessive screen time cause? What are the problems? So I think the problems should be in paragraph, I think number 2. Yes, number 2. Here the word excessive screen time can lead to a serious problems and even harmful to physical development of young people brains. Also, so let's look at for the answer. Yes, it can harm the brain's development and reduce young people's attention span. Okay, number 3, which is the most popular social media platform for this age group? Which is the most social media platform? Okay, let's look back again to the I think they said about Instagram and YouTube. So what is the answer you think? I think it's YouTube. Maybe it's YouTube or Instagram, I don't know. So what's the answer? I think it's YouTube. Yes, it's YouTube, the most used news media platform. Now, number 4, do all video games contain violent content? Let's look back for the answer here. Okay. Okay. I don't think it's negative. So the answer here will be no. The last one, what do you think the writer means the statement, the content and context of a teenager screen use is more important than the amount of time they spend in front of a screen? I think he means time spent in front of a screen should not always be considered a negative issue. If the content a teenager is looking at is informative, helpful, or useful, so it should not be negative all the time. So now let's look at question number 4. Read and match. Read and match. Look at the words and look at the word and expressions in bold in the article in activity 2. Match them to their meaning. So let's look back to the text, okay? Let's look at the words in bold, okay? This is the word digital natives, okay? Addicted, glued to, I think here, excessive, attention span, here the word streaming videos, and consequence, okay? So now let's look at the words, okay? Number 1, the length of time for which the person is able to concentrate on a particular activity. What is it? What do you think is it? Yes, it's attention span. Attention span, okay? Number 2, a person who was born or has grown up since the use of digital technology become common. It's digital natives. Very good. Digital native. Number 3, to pay very close attention to something, or especially a television. What do you call this? Glued to. To be glued to be in front of a television, for example, for a long time. More than necessary or normal. Yes, excessive. Number 5, when a person uses something uncontrollably, for example, smartphones, computers, and gaming system. So what do we call this? Yes, addicted to. Number 6, something that happens as a result of a particular action or set of condition. What do you call this? Yes, consequence. Very good. Number 7, to play videos online without downloading them. Yes, we call them streaming videos. Streaming videos. Okay, now let's look at number 5, task 5 in your class book. Now, let's read the question. Discuss the questions with a partner. We have 2 questions, and then we are going to use the useful language. For example, number 1, why do you think teenagers spend too much time in front of screens? Why? Number 2, do you think that online video games increase violent behavior? What do you think? You should use the useful language here in the box. For example, giving your opinion. In my opinion, I think, or you said, I think, I believe, I feel that. Okay? Based on my own experience, I think that. So, I want you to discuss this with your partner. So now let's go to a video game. As you know, we have so many new media platform. Okay, so now let's check that you know each one. Okay, now let's look. First of all, I want you to scan this QR code. Okay, scan this QR code. Now let's play this game. Okay, now we have 6 words, and we want to choose the correct word for the picture. As you know, what is this picture for? Is it Twitter or Snapchat or YouTube or Facebook or Instagram or WhatsApp? Yes, it's YouTube. Now this picture, yes, this slogan is for WhatsApp. And this one, it's for Instagram. Very good. And number 4, it's for, yes, it's Twitter. And this is, yes, Facebook. And this one, Yes, Snapchat. And the last one is, yes, LinkedIn. Okay, now let's return back to our lesson again. Okay, now let's look at your skills book this time. Okay, let's look at your skills book, page number 2. Okay, now let's read number 1. Read and answer. Read and answer. Read the text and answer the following questions. Now we have 2 questions before we read the 5 text. Okay, number 1. Which social media platforms? Is it Instagram, Twitter, WhatsApp, YouTube? Which social media platforms do these teenagers use? Okay, what activities do they enjoy doing on social media? Okay, now we have 5 texts. Let's look at the first one. Okay, now let's look at your class skills book, page number 2. Now let's look at task number 1. Read and answer. We have 2 questions here. Number 1, which social media platforms do these teenagers use? And number 2, what activities do they enjoy using on social media? So the first question, we should look at the social media platforms, and then we should know, we should read about the activities they do doing on social media. So now let's look at number 1. Her name is Rabika. She likes what? She likes Instagram. Very good. And she like doing what? Yes, she said, I like sharing. I like sharing, editing, and viewing photos. Okay. So now let's look at number 2, Maryam. Yes, she likes Snapchat, and she stay connected on to their friends and meet new people. She said, I enjoy creating stories and sharing them. Okay, number 3, Omar. Omar, he said, I am a very private person. I was to join any social networks, but my friends persuaded me. I joined several social networks, but my favorite is Facebook. What he's doing, he likes to keep up with his friends' lives. Okay. Now number 4, Mike. As you can see, he likes what? He likes using YouTube. The activities, he look up information, and he also follow some famous YouTubers channels. Okay. And also number 5, Sophia. She likes what? She likes online newspapers. So she get detailed information about the latest world events. Okay. So now let's look at page number 3. Okay. Now number 3, read the text in activity 2 again, activity 1 again. Complete the gaps 1 to 6. As you know, here we have 9 gaps. 9 gaps here. Start from Rabika. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So these are the missing words. We are going to look at the words here on the right, and we are going to use them to complete the sentence. So first of all, we are going to read the words and their meanings. For example, the word awesome means amazing, extremely good. Amazing, extremely good. Source means someone or something that supplies information. Letter C, interactive, a two-way flow of information. D, communicate means to share or exchange information, news, or idea. Number E, or letter E, download, to copy information from the internet to a computer. Number F, letter F, participate, to be involved in something. Letter G, comments, this is a noun. Oh, comments I mean. Verbal or written remarks expressing an opinion. Number H, reluctant, means not willing to do something and therefore slow to do it. Letter I, brands, products made by a particular company. So now let's read it and try to complete the missing letters. Okay, now let's start with Rabika. Now I want you to read it and tell me what is the missing word here after different. I also love following different. I think that Instagram is a great platform for business. They can. Okay, if you cannot understand it, you should return back and look for the meaning of the word. Here, let's start from here. I follow my friends and I scroll through their feeds every day. I also love following different what? Yes, different brands. I think that Instagram is a great platform for business. They can what? Here we have a verb or a noun. They can communicate, very good. They can communicate with customers, post pictures of their products, and other users can tag companies or their products in pictures. It is basically free advertising, okay? So now let's look at number 2, Umar. Okay, let's start reading from the beginning. I am a very private person. Okay, if he is a very private person, so what's the missing word here? I was, yes, reluctant to join. He was afraid, or he cannot do anything, join any social networks. But my friends persuaded me. I joined several social networks, but my favorite is Facebook because it is the only one that I actively. What's the missing word here? Yes, participating. Participate, I mean, I actively participate in. Okay, I like to look at what other people post and keep up with my friends' lives, but I don't like posting about my own thoughts and life. My Facebook account is private. I am careful about what I share. I am always skeptical about news posts on Facebook because anyone can make up fake news. I always double check before sharing these kinds of posts. So let's look at Maryam. Yes, let's look at number 5 here. Many users leave horrible what? About people's appearance and personalities. So what is the missing word here? Yes, I think comments. Yes, comments. Now let's look at Mike. Yes, he said, I am addicted to YouTube. Okay, I usually watch and what? Yes, download videos related to my studies. These videos really help me with my schoolwork. I often look up information, especially for my English homework. I love it when I come across new information and different ideas. Okay, sometimes I leave a comment if a video is really interesting, I also follow my some famous YouTubers channels, but they are really what? Really awesome, beautiful, amazing. I am currently creating a YouTube channel to upload my own videos about my favorite hobby, snorkeling. Okay, now let's look at the last one, Sophia. Here she said, I don't use a lot of social media. I prefer reading newspaper instead because I can get detailed information about the latest world events from a trusted what? A trusted source. However, my favorite newspaper, which is the one of the world's leading international newspaper, has now been digitalized. So now I go online and read it. I enjoy reading the news more now because it is more what? Yes, more interactive. Okay, I can post comments on stories and talk with other readers. Okay, now let's read number 3, read and match. Okay, read the text in activity 1 again. Identify the person that each statement describe. Write their names next to the statements. Okay, now number 1, this person has several social media accounts but hardly uses any of them. Who is it? Who is he? Omar. Very good, Omar. Number 2, this person mainly uses social media for sharing photos. Okay, who is he or she? Yes, Rabika. Okay, number 3, this person uses their favorite platform for learning and entertainment. Just for learning and entertainment. Yes, Mike. Number 4, this person likes to read and stay up to date with informative and reliable news. Who is it? Yes, Sophia. And the last one, this person is aware of dangers of online bullying. Okay? Yes, Maryam. Now, the last text is, I want you to write a short paragraph about your favorite social media platform for homework. Okay, this is for homework. Include information such as why is your favorite, it is your favorite, and what kind of activities you use for it. For example, if you are using, for example, WhatsApp, you said, I like WhatsApp because I use it, and I use it to share information or to send videos to my friends, and so. Just a short paragraph, not more than 6 lines. You have 6 lines for this. Okay, now you have done the first, in this lesson you have done the first part of your for unit 1, which is a new media, reading and understanding. So next time or next lesson you are going to have a grammar and vocabulary lesson. So until that time, it's time to say goodbye and see you next lesson.